Gary Coleman, the beloved star of Diff'rent Strokes, tragically passed away in 2010, but questions surrounding his death have never fully been answered. Now, as new information comes to light, many are asking, did his wife, Shannon Price, have a hand in his untimely death? Let's dive into the chilling details that are painting a disturbing picture of what might have really happened.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
A call for help in the small town of Santaquin, here at the home of child TV star Gary Coleman. The caller, Gary's wife, Shannon Price.
I had my husband go make me some food downstairs. He just got home. I heard this big bang. I went downstairs, blood everywhere. I don't know if he's okay.
The time, 12:50 in the afternoon, a week ago Wednesday.
His head is bloody. There's blood all over the floor. I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. I just heard this bang and I went down there and he's on the floor. Send someone quick because I don't even know if he's going to be alive because there's a lot of blood on the floor.
Then something odd happens.
Gary, are you okay?
Shannon says she can't help her dying husband because of an aversion to blood.
Can you go to where he is and help him?
He's lethargic. I can't really help him. I just can't be here with the blood. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't. And there's blood all over and I can't do anything.
Where is he at now?
On the floor in the kitchen. I've just been kind of sick and, I don't want to be traumatized right now.
Is he conscious?
I don't know. No, he was bubbling at the mouth. I'm gagging. I got blood on myself. I can't deal.
Gary then gets up.
Can you tell him to try and put pressure on the back of his head?
No, we can't. It's all bloody, and I'm not trying to do. He's not with it. I just don't want him to die. I'm freaking out really bad. Don't move. Stay there, okay? You have to put this on your head. Whoa. Keep pressure on this, okay? Hold this. Whoa. He's bloody all freaking over.
Tell him he needs to sit down.
You need to sit down. Sit down. Gary, sit down. What's wrong? Look at the floor. Sit down. Whoa. Sit down.
Gary Coleman was a household name in the 1980s, known for his role as Arnold Jackson on the hit show Diff'rent Strokes. But his life after fame was far from glamorous. By the time of his death in 2010, Coleman was struggling both financially and personally. The official cause of his death was ruled as a brain hemorrhage after he fell at his home, but many have questioned the circumstances surrounding his passing.
Can you tell me a little bit more about what happened the night he fell?
I asked him if he could make me some food, and he went downstairs and I heard this big smack. I rushed down there and found him lying in a pool of blood.
You said, I've had a lot of speculation out there. I've had a lot of people sit there and say, yeah, she pushed him.
People can say whatever they want because I know the truth. I would never hurt my husband, ever. Seeing him in a pool of blood was difficult. If it was somebody else in my situation, I'm sure they wouldn't know what to do either.
At one point, you had to make a decision about whether to keep him on life support.
The doctors advised me that, it was grim and, he went into cardiac arrest as well. And so the doctors advised me that this is the best thing for him.
What makes this case particularly troubling is the role of Coleman's wife, Shannon Price. The two had a tumultuous relationship, and although they divorced in 2008, they continued to live together. Price was with Coleman at the time of his fall and was the one who made the 911 call. However, her behavior during and after the incident raised eyebrows.
Explain to me how that is. You guys had gotten divorced and then reconciled?
We decided that wasn't what we wanted. We just had a disagreement, and after we both filed and it went through, we decided it wasn't the right choice. We were gonna renew our vows soon, but our health issues got in the way, so we were unable to do that. Every couple, has their moments, and yeah, we had a lot of disagreements, but we loved each other. It was golden.
Price reportedly refused to allow doctors to perform surgery that could have potentially saved Coleman's life, citing his wishes to not be kept alive artificially. Yet, some argue that Price's motives were far from pure, especially considering the financial disputes and alleged abuse within their relationship. There were also reports that Coleman was hanging around the wrong people, adding to the suspicion that his death was not as straightforward as it seemed. Many believe that Shannon Price may have played a more sinister role in Coleman's death. Theories suggest that Price, who stood to benefit financially from Coleman's demise, may have either contributed to the fall or ensured that he did not receive the medical care he needed. These suspicions are fueled by her questionable actions during the critical moments following Coleman's accident.
And I got this horrific phone call, obviously one that nobody wants to get. And the lady simply said, "Does Gary have a DNR?" And I said, "Resuscitate him." So what happened is they were taking him to dialysis and he went into cardiac arrest. What most people don't know about that is he actually had major heart surgery in 2009. And they said he wouldn't live a year. And he did make it 6 months. He told me he loved me. And the next day, Thursday, like I'd said, he went into cardiac arrest. I said, resuscitate him. I tried to save his life. I did everything I could. I was on his healthcare directive. And so my dad and I had gone there that afternoon, and he was already gone.
Adding fuel to the fire, there have been numerous reports and documentaries that have revisited Coleman's death, each bringing new details that further complicate the narrative. Whether it's Price's odd behavior or the mysterious circumstances of Coleman's fall, the pieces of the puzzle just don't seem to fit neatly together. If we look at this closely, the mystery surrounding Gary Coleman's death is too significant to ignore. The inconsistencies in Shannon Price's story, combined with the dark history of their relationship, suggest that there might be more to this tragic story than we know. What do you think? Could Gary Coleman's death have been prevented, or was there something more sinister at play? Now, adding to the suspicion, Price did not accompany Coleman to the hospital and later made the decision to take him off life support, despite Coleman's wishes to be kept alive for 2 weeks in case of a catastrophe. Price defends herself, saying, "I didn't touch him, nothing happened." But at the same time, she made headlines with her jaw-dropping decision to sell a photo of Coleman on his deathbed. And if you watch the Gary documentary, that has to be one of the most depraved acts I've ever seen perpetrated on another human being in my life. While there is no concrete evidence to prove that Price played a direct role in Coleman's death, Gary leaves viewers questioning the official story and wondering if the once loved child star met a far murkier end. There's lots more to talk about here, so let me know in the comments below.
We remember Gary Coleman tonight, the one-time child TV star whose adult life was so tragic, died today after suffering a brain hemorrhage. He was just 42 years old.
It was that catchphrase,
"What you talking about, Louis?"
that look that made the diminutive actor a big star.
I've never seen a black goldfish before.
That's okay. He never saw a rich white man before either.
The role written for him. The sitcom, a huge success. Over the years, his salary skyrocketed, but his health deteriorated. Coleman suffered from a congenital kidney condition that stunted his growth and made him appear younger than his age. He received daily dialysis on the set. When the sitcom ended, the drama began. The timing and the delivery of that signature line,
"What you talking about, Louis?"
a generation will always remember.
And now that you know the scoop, what are your thoughts on the new revelations surrounding Gary Coleman's death? Do you believe Shannon Price had a hand in it, or is this all just speculation? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates from What's the Gossip. Stay tuned for more.